Yeah, it's the archivist, y'all. Exclusively interviewing Liquid Assassin.
What's going down? 4-2. Holla at me.
And welcome to Canada, my man.
Thank you for having me, man.
And who is the mongrel, the Liquid Assassin?
Oh, shit. Oh, man. Just a red dude from the gutter, man. Red dude from the east side of St. Paul. You know what it is. Something that my black dad created, my white mom created, man. You know what I mean? A beast like me. That's what it is. A red mongrel. Yeah.
And St. Paul, Minnesota. Flow, Liquid. Kill them motherfuckers on the mic. What started the motivation since the start?
Oh man, a lot, man. You know, I had dreams of playing baseball and just a lot of stuff, man. And then walking through my high school, man, and rapping Brother Lynch and going to Tech Nine shows, man. And then it just came natural, man. You know, doing the music, and that's what gave me the passion. Now it's just like I get build more and more in my career, and now I'm starting to just want more and more. You know what I mean? So it's like a never ending journey, man. It's just gonna keep going and going. You know.
And from the beginning, the duo Grave Plot, best times together, the record, being on Strange. This was incredible. The plot thickens.
Grave Plot, man, that's always been my thing since the beginning. A lot of people know me from all the Strange fans probably know me from that. Man, I mean, it goes back even farther than this, man. Like 2005, me and Killer C, when we met in like 04. But then became real close in like 05. I signed with Dirty Thug, and then we put out the EP. I don't have that here, but then that eventually created this. You know what I mean? That's what the Strange got behind it, and that's what made this. I mean, best times is definitely just being out there with Killer, man. That's if it wasn't for him, I would have never got on with Strange, none of that. You know what I mean? So shout out to Killer C, man.
And the features: Spice One, Haystack, Tech Nine, Chris Calico, Cuddy Cal, Scatterman, and Snug Brim.
Yeah, man.
Serious.
Yeah, Strange went hard for us, man. So, it was a lot of features on there that, obviously a lot of Strange music cats were on there, and Brother Lynch, and yeah. For me at that time, and that was like, yeah, it was big for me. It was huge, you know what I mean? I wasn't used to doing any features, and so, yeah, it was definitely a life changer, man.
And the marketing of the record, how many did you guys sell on that?
I'm not sure how it did. I mean, we made the billboards out of the, like on something like Independent, and
that's incredible.
A few things. Yeah, I mean, but for the time, it's not the 90s anymore, so yeah, it meant a little bit, you know what I mean?
Excellent. And the mixtape, Volume 1. Tell us some of your first recordings and your favorite birthday cake.
My favorite birthday cake. That real frosting on it, man. That's my favorite birthday cake. But my favorite things on here, man, that are just, they go back is Break Your Head, definitely, man. That's the song that that's the song that definitely, that definitely broke me into my city, you know what I mean? And obviously Rush 'Em with Kamikaze, man, that's definitely a classic, man. He's from St. Paul, so shout out to him too, man.
And Strictly Strange Tour, Cross-Eyed Joe mentioned a couple days off from the KCMO to Denver CO, pulled over. What happened?
Oh, shit. We got a bunch of info from Cross-Eyed, man, so, damn, I don't really, I have to remember the day, man. I mean, I've been on the road a lot, man, and I remember because he drove me and him drove to he'd go see somebody he used to talk to, and then see the person I'm with now, see my girlfriend. We took that trip off the tour, and got to go back and spend some time, but I remember getting pulled over. I just don't remember the whole situation, man. Like, I honestly don't. I'm not trying to hide nothing from y'all. I just don't remember the situation. Yeah, dude, it was a while back, man. And I do remember being pulled over. I just don't remember the whole circumstances. I know we didn't go to jail or nothing, we here. We alive and well, man, and we didn't do nothing illegal, so they had to let us go. These fools can't hold me back. Them niggas can't hold me back.
And the Apocalypse. Share on the album, long awaited. What were the fans saying? Feature of Paul Wall.
To date, this was one of the, at the time, I'm gonna say at the time, man, this was probably my most, creative and more, I put my heart into it, you know what I mean? and it's a tough pill to swallow, man. Like I'm just gonna be real. I don't really talk about it a lot on cameras and all that, but I'm gonna just break it down so it's nothing to hide. You know what I mean? Like this album was like really big. Me and Killer put a lot of work into it. You know, I definitely put my soul into it, and I thought it was gonna come out on Strange Music, and I don't really know the circumstances of what happened or all that. You know what I mean? So when it just ended up being released online, I feel like it didn't get what it's worth. You know what I mean? Like Apocalypse could have been a lot bigger than what it was. It should have been something more like Grave Plot, even bigger. You know what I mean? Not to not Grave Plot, but this is like more of what if people want to know what Liquid Assassin was about at that time, like around 2009 when I was on Strange, like or when I was doing the distro deal with Strange, like they would have got that from this, but that's why it's kind of a tough pill to swallow, man. It never came out on Strange, and you know what I mean. It's just so I kind of just like I push it to the back, you know what I mean. It just kept moving on, and like I said, man, sometimes it's the way stuff happens, man. But
And we got the Lost Chapters, and you did a feature with Bizarre on that one.
right, this is all the songs that were supposed to be on Apocalypse. I originally planned I want to do a double disc, but we thought it'd be better for like releasing that. If we were gonna release it on Strange, it'd be a better way to just put my best songs on there, and then just the songs that really didn't fit the album, and other stuff to just do like a Lost Chapters, you know, give back to the fans, and like don't let songs go to waste, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's this one, man. Black Peas on this, my brother, man. So yeah, I mean it's a good record, man.
And Odd Baller, Dirty Thug, 42 records. Scoot the OG, what's the deal on the unreleased album and the Rap Monkeys? Share with us all of the above.
The All Ballers, that's Jimmy Don, man. He actually, shout out to Jimmy Don back in the east side of St. Paul. He's the first one to ever start my career, man. Like I was rapping on the corner, bro, like in St. Paul, man, and freestyling, whatever, you know, just kicking it, not even planning on even trying to be a rapper. And he drove by, found me, heard me, asked me if I wanted to go to the studio. That day made history, man. I went in there, you know, I was actually Knuckles at that time, and I wasn't even Liquid Assassin. I was just Knuckles, and when I hit the studio, I rapped a little bit, and I'd always try to rap fast, and I wasn't good, man. I wasn't good at all, and he was just like, man, you rap fast. You should change your name to Liquid Assassin, not Knuckles the Assassin. I was just like, cool, and I ran with it. So he's actually the one who gave me my name, and shout out for that, man.
And Cardell, elaborate on the record, and welcome to the gathering with Lord Infamous and Lil White.
So I'm gonna elaborate on this first.
And Hobson, Beast Mode.
Yeah, this is the hardest thing I've ever put out in my life, man. Like it was definitely the toughest time for me ever, man. Like this is dedicated to my father. Like I went out of my element, didn't care what people thought, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm singing on there because my dad was a singer, so. Man, it was the hardest thing I ever had to put out in my life. It took me so much time. That's why the gap in my career from putting out Apocalypse and putting this out was like that. My dad had died right around that time actually, and it just, man, I mean, this is grab that. It's worth it, man. If you want to get on some real shit, that's the one to. And I'll let you just hear it yourself. You'll know what it is. You know what I mean? And as far as Lil White, the features on there, Hobson, yeah. I mean, I didn't know Hobson very well, and he actually came through, man. He was just like super cool and was down, man, and wasn't acting like a superstar or nothing. And just he sent the track, and we knocked it out and got it cracking, man. And now the song's just like, fuck, man. It's like it's a good thing, man. It's got almost 2 million views on just the song itself, man. Like I want to do a video, man. I'm just waiting for you and Dame, dog. I mean, we'll shoot it in 10 years if we have to. If they want it, dog. Let's get it. Oh, shout out to Lil White, man. I'm still going off the
okay.
Yeah, man, that feature meant a lot to me to get on Lil White's record. And, man, he saw me at the gathering and was just like, dude, you're a spitter. He's like, I have a song. He's like, me, you, and Rich should do something. And he put me on to Ritz. I never heard Ritz at the time. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'll check him out when I get back. And, man, he was just, that white Jesus, that shit was going in. You know what I mean?
And how I heard about you back in Canada with Tech 9, The Killer, Psycho Bitch Part 2.
No doubt.
That's how I heard about you, my man. Incredible.
Yeah, it's probably... That's probably what kicked the main door down for people to ever know who Liquid Assassin was besides Grave Plot, was Psycho Bitch 2. I mean, it's probably the greatest gift. I look at it still as a gift, man. Like, you know what I mean? That's something that he created, Psycho Bitch 1. And for him to put me on it, I mean, like, just so he knows, man, you know what it is. Like, dude, it's somebody that I went to go watch at shows as a fan and watch him sing that song, and then I never would have dreamed one day that somebody would be like, if somebody would have came to me and been like, oh, you're going to be on part 2 of that, I'd have been like, he's on crack or something, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's one of the greatest accomplishments I got, definitely.
And the motivation behind writing that.
I mean, Cut was there. Cut was on the bus when I wrote it. Just everybody around me, man. There's people on the bus that were like, "Oh, you're gonna be on it, man." Like the Strange Dudes was some of the, like I think Scatter and Snug were there. Chris might have been there. But there were, I mean, people that knew about it that were on the bus. I mean, I wrote it literally on the bus, like while I was there. So I don't remember exactly when. It's still kind of like a cloud to me, man. It's like being high, dude. Like like when you for the first time ever, like when I was young, when I smoked weed. Like, man, it's like being high. You just don't remember much going on. You know what I mean? That's kind of how it was. I was at a high. You know what I mean? So it was definitely, it was a blessing.
And so much more from I'm Right Here, Psycho Bitch Part 2 with Tech 9 with what I was talking about, Woofers on Slap with Stevie Stone, Problem Going Back in Fort Collins, and what's the future of 42 Records on the long term? Are you signing any up and coming artists?
Yeah. As far as I'm Right Here, man, that was definitely something. That was a dope video. Like, I think that might have been my first video, honestly. Like, my first official music video that was. Yeah, man, I need to really step my music game up. But and I did it in my hometown, so that was dope, just to be like, I'm right here. And that's one of my classics for being by myself, no collabs, no features. Yeah, definitely. The Tech 9, the Psycho Bitch 2, yeah, I mean, I already explained that. That's a huge thing in my career. And then as far as 4-2, man, like, right now it's just the DJ, my DJ Chevy, Mr. K.A. Beats. He's out in Boston.
Chevron,
yeah, young Chevron. Mr. K.A.'s out in Boston, man. What's up, bro? He's actually one of the top 10. He's got to be top 10 on SoundClick for beats and stuff like that. And then myself. I mean, we have a lot of affiliates. You know what I mean? Shout out to AJ. I mean, he's like my manager too. Him and Cross-Eyed Joe. Black Peas affiliate. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just like 4-2. We're not really working contracts and stuff like that right now, so it's just like everybody that fucks with me on a real serious level, that they're 4-2 with me, you know what I mean?
The Tatties.
The Tats, I mean, yeah, I talk about the Tats all day. I got the 4-2 in the hands. That's, I mean, on some real street shit, I mean, I have some cover-ups. That's like when I was like probably 15 or something. I have some bullshit that I just wanted to get a tattoo. So I covered that up and got a few cover-ups and shit like that. But yeah, man, I mean, all my tattoos got meanings and, back for the city, east side. That's where I'm from, east side of St. Paul. So
anything you can tell us about some of the hoods out there?
I'm not gonna tell you about the east side. Yeah, I don't really, because I don't trip off the other. It's like I don't go over there. You know what I mean? So, but I don't know, man. Like, shout out to the east side. Shout out to everybody back home. You know what it is. It's a good place, man. It's like, everywhere you go, no matter what state you're in, there's gonna be certain hoods and shit like that. But my hood is home is the east side, you know what I mean? East side of St. Paul, and I miss it every day, you know what I mean?
And Mongrel Music, what's to come?
A black and white animal fucking shredding speakers, man. And jumping on stage like the big guy I am, and they look at me and they don't know that this animal has so much fuel, you know what I mean? I get it every time I get off stage. They're just like, man, I didn't think that you'd be up there doing this. I mean, yeah, I go 100%, and that's just what it is.
And opening for Slow Pain, Brother Len Chung, one of your main idols. Do or Die? Twista, insane.
Twista, yeah, I opened for Twista. Slow Pain's actually the homies. They probably open for me there, but nothing again. I mean, they know what it is, man. Much love, fam. I mean, actually, I already did some shows with them, and, who knows, man. I mean, Twista is definitely one I opened for. Who else is on there?
And Do or Die.
Do or Die, yeah. That was, wow, I think that was back in the day.
Incredible, man.
Yeah. Do or Die. Or no, I did one in Denver, too. So, yeah, I actually opened for them in Denver and opened for them in Minnesota a long time ago also. Yeah, I mean, I looked up to those guys, man. That's Midwest, that's Chicago, you know what I mean? So, that's actually, like, that's the brothers, man. You know what I mean? My bad. I spoke about Chicago. Shout out to Larry Hoover, man. You know what it is. Holla at me. And
Strictly Strange and Love Bites Tour and the largest crowd and the best tour you've ever rocked.
The best tour is Strictly Strange. I mean, yeah, definitely that. Well, I might be woofing. That was a great tour. It's kind of like head-to-head with, like, the Blaze tour was dope, too. I went on Clockwork Gray. I don't know if that was mentioned on there, but with Blaze, Dead Homie from Psychopathic, man. That was, like, my first, one of the big ones we went out on, and that felt good, man, being out there with Blaze, because I didn't know him, you know what I mean? Like, that was like meeting somebody. Like, I kind of knew Tech and them, knew Chris and them, and Cut, and so it was like, that was real cool. It was like going out with the homies, you know what I mean? But like going out with Blaze was like, it was like a different experience.
How many people would you say?
At the shows? Like, it was hit and miss, you know what I mean? But it was big crowds. Like, there was nights where it was, a few hundred. I mean, they were all good shows. There was no, like, bad shows, you know what I mean? Probably when me and P did Red Rocks is a huge one. Myself was definitely my hometown by myself, when I headlined. But the biggest one ever was probably when me and P did Red Rocks. I'd have to say is one of them. Oh no, Great Plot when we did Red Rocks with ICP. I think that might have even been sold out, almost sold out. You know what I mean? It's just never ending heads, man, all the way up. You know what I mean? So.
And other times, Gore Fest, Kung Fu Vampire.
Yeah. Kung Fu Vampire's the homie, man. What's up, bro? Gore Fest. I mean, I've done a few of those back in Denver. That's Scum and Troll. They throw that. You know what I mean? And when they could bring me out for that, that's definitely a good time. Rest in peace to Benzo, man. He was part of Slow Pain. He's part of Slow Pain, but he passed away, and that's actually the last time I seen him was at the last Gore Fest, and that was his last show. And so much love to him, man.
And the best hip hop memory you've been part of or contributed to?
The best one I've ever contributed to, man, dude, like, I just there's no favorite, man. I have so much stuff. Like, I mean, I'm gonna say, just being on tour, going on tour when I was able to go on tour, it was strange, and then going on stage with Tech. You know what I mean? That's obviously, I don't want to sound like routine, but every time I ever do an interview, I always say the same. Like, that's it, man. Like, and everybody's just like, you say the same thing all the time, but it's going out there with Tech, man. Like, when I got to go on stage and do that, it's like I did that for 40-something shows. I don't remember one night, man. Honestly, like, I'd have to watch video footage to, like, remember the shit. You know what I mean? Because that was, like, a high, and I'm trying to think of what else, man. Definitely that, and, man, honestly, like, my mom coming to one of my shows, man. Like, my mom, my family, my brother. And so that's probably, like, when I did my first headlining show at home, that could probably be the top, maybe the top two, you know what I mean?
And you have anything to say to Canada?
Canada, and that's, like, the reason why I didn't say that's my greatest thing yet is because it's not over yet. I got 2 more days out here. So, but I have a feeling that this is probably my biggest accomplishment I ever got in my life, is to be able to tour fucking Canada, man. I've been talking about it for the last 2 days, and I just gotta say, man, I love you, Black Pete, man. He knows what it is, man. He's kind of like feels the same way, so he probably said the same thing about Canada. It's just like it's so different, man. Like, I feel like U.S., like we do shows there, and it's like we're appreciated. They love us, you know what I mean? But it's like I feel like Canada, it's like they don't get it as much as they, back home. So it's like, it's just, man, when we get there, it's just like, oh my God, I can't believe you're here, man. You gotta, just everything, man. Like the merch flies off the tables, and I'm just like, God damn. I'm like, it means the world, man. I'm so glad to be here. Every city in Canada I've been to has been the same, man. It's just love. You know what I mean?
And you got any shouts?
Shout out to Canada, man. That's my shout. I got to shout out to Canada, man. I want to shout out my ma. I love you, ma. How you doing? Shout out to my brother, man. My brother JTG. My brother Ebony, my real older brother. I love you, man. And shout out to my whole family, 4-2. Everybody, you know who you are, man. And Cross-Eyed Joe, what's up, man? Yeah. You know what it is. And
shouts to Cross-Eyed Joe and PD Entertainment. And this is The Archivist, and you already know the name, y'all.
Without the 3 of them, I wouldn't be here. Thank you.